You join me at a tremendously exciting moment. It's Into Your Head, number 354. We've a lot to get on with today. We've issues that need to be addressed, items that need to be attended to, topics that need to be not treaded out. What's the word? Not stretched out. Not padded out here. What's the thing for where you lay out a topic on the floor, like the snow. The snowing at the moment. If you got all the snow that's on the ground at the moment and stretch it out over a limited space, say for example 5 square miles, spread it completely evenly and looked at it, just so you could look at it. Ideally, of course, you could stretch it out to a much bigger area, and then you could see, you'd have a better view of each snowflake, but that might be logistically inappropriate, because you'd have to get people to walk all over, say, a 100 square mile area instead of a 5 square mile area. You get a bloody good view of each individual snowflake because they're all stretched out so much, but it would be unfeasible. It's the same reason they don't have an individual bus service for running to each house in the country. It's just not feasible. It's a good idea, but it's not feasible, which means it's a bad idea. Well, it's not a bad idea. It's just that it's physically impossible. It's like if you said, I was just reading this religious pamphlet here, and I want to go back in time and see if all this stuff happened exactly as it's stated in the pamphlet, to assist me in my faith by backing it up with evidence. And then you say, what I'll do is I'll go and get a time travel machine and I'll travel back in time to the year 0. I'll go to the Middle East and witness the various events that are alleged to have happened. But that's just not feasible. Time travel machines are very expensive, and they're only available in the future, if at all. So you'd have to travel to you'd have to find some way to travel forward in time first. And by that I mean a faster rate than you're currently doing so, and without aging, because if you just travel, it's true, if you want to be a smart arse, you could say that you can just travel back forward in time to the year 3000 at the rate that you're going at the moment, but it'll take you 1,000 years, and by the time you get there you'll be dead. Now that's a sign of a bad journey if you're dead before you get to your destination. Call me a defeatist, but if I went out to the shop right now, in that frigging snow that's laying down, blanketing this country, this great nation of mine is being restricted this year both by the death of the Celtic tiger and the arrival of the snow leopard in the form of weather. There was weather all over. This is the second time this year that it's frigging snow. This is the second winter we've had this year. We had a winter back at the beginning. We had a winter back in January of 2010. Now, as I record this, it's the beginning of December 2010, and we're having our second winter of the year already. That's global warming for you. 2 frigging winters every year. You get a summer and a spring and 2 winters, and then no autumn. Because there's only room for 4 seasons still, so if 2 of those are going to be winters, we'll have to get rid of one of the others, and frankly I don't think we get to choose which one. It's not like going into the cinema and going up to the pick and mix thing and saying, I'll have 5 of these white gumballs, and I'll have 2 aniseed balls, I'll have half a pound of fizzy cola bottles, because then you put them in the bag and you go up to the weighing station and they'll say, that'll be €85, please. And then you reach into your pocket and you say, this isn't feasible given the current economic climate of global warming. And then you get confused and you say, what was the topic again? What was I talking about? Something about snow leopards. Visit iPhonenews.com, because that's my website. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. I recently revived it. It's now the official sponsor of Into Your Head. As far as I'm concerned, this podcast is brought to you in association with the aforementioned website, which I'm not going to mention again because I'll have to charge myself extra. iPad, iPhone, use.com. Anyway, where was I? Snow that. Oh, that reminds me. Cats. I've got these frigging fucking cats are pissing all over the house. They've decided I'm not going out in that frigging snow. Despite being descendants of the great snow tiger, the great Arctic white tiger, which practically lives in snow and pisses in it all day, every day. They decided, no, we're not going out in this frigging snow. We're not going to piss in the snow. We're going to piss on the carpet. And furthermore, meow. That's what they say. Except they don't say it in so many words. They don't really use words at all. They say, hello, I'm a cat. But it doesn't come out like... it's like I remember back when I was about 3 years old. My father played back a recording of me that was recorded when I was about 1 year old. And I remember just hearing myself mumbling. I just heard me. Because I wasn't able to speak at the time. And I thought, what is that lunatic trying to say? I don't understand him. And why are my parents demeaning me by playing me back a recording of myself before I was able to converse in an acceptable format? That's what that's like. It's the same with the cats, except I wouldn't dream of humiliating them by recording their attempts to speak. I don't know. There's no point, Rio. Why would you do that? It's not as if they're... At least in my case, I grew out of it and eventually learned to speak. So I was able to look back and laugh when I was 3 and say, oh, look at the old me of the past. Mumbling my way through a conversation, trying to... it was hardly the baby from Family Guy, I can tell you. Oh, no, it was a load of crap. I was just... Oh, I was probably saying something about, I don't know. I assume I was saying something of an intellectual nature, but I don't know what. So whatever pearls of wisdom I was distributing at age 1 are lost on the world until someone learns how to translate them, and until someone finds that frigging tape, because I don't have it. 7 minutes and 20 seconds. That's absolutely fucking fantastic. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, although admittedly there were 3 spoons of instant coffee in it. And I've started on this one. I've noticed that if you stir your coffee to keep it warm, it keeps it warm. So I'm doing that now. Ideally, I would have the coffee in a metal tankard of some kind, and that would distribute the heat, because I've noticed that sort of thing works. If you get... I was telling someone on Twitter a couple of weeks ago about this. If you get toast, you don't want... you've been watching one of the cookery shows on the television about how to make toast, and of course they'll tell you that before you butter your toast, you need to stand it on a toast rack for 30 seconds, and that lets the moisture run out of it, and it becomes crunchier toast. If you don't have a toast rack, all you have to do is get 2 slices of toast, sit them on a plate, side by side in a triangle, leaning against each other, supporting each other, there's no need to go into metaphors. It's just 2 slices of toast standing upright, leaning against each other. All the moisture drips out onto the plate, and then you put them on a new plate and you butter them and you stuff them down your face. But that's not what I was going to refer to. I was talking about the fact that while you're doing this, you put your you unplug the toaster, and then you sit the plate that you're going to eat the toast off, you sit that on top of the toaster to warm up, and it convects the heat into the plate. The heat comes out of the metal on top of the toaster and into the plate. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. And while you're making your toast in your virtual toast rack, you're making it crunchy, your plate is heating up, and it's all coming together. Everything's coming together. It's like one of those symphonies where all the different parts of it come together in a massive, fantastic crescendo towards the end. And then you have toast, and you stuff it down your greedy gullet. Of course, it's a great excuse to have 2 slices, because you can't lean one slice against itself. You have to have at least two. There's no such thing as a one-sided triangle, although maybe there is. I suppose if you get a bit of metal and bend that twice, you can make a triangle out of that, but you're hardly going to be able to eat that as a substitute for toast, are you? You're certainly... you're not going to enjoy it, I can tell you. Anyway, good morning.
Email us at studio@intoyourhead.com.
Help support this free podcast. Go to intoyourhead.com/tipjar.
Sit, Kofi, sit. Good cat.
Intoyourhead.com.